doesn't matter where you are, if you have 100 doors, 1,000 doors, or you have no doors. There's always going to be a need for a mentor, and there's always an opportunity to be a mentee. Gain that clarity. Don't be just self-centered. Share what you need, but also share how you can add value. And you got to be clear for yourself to have that way of being as a mentee, taking action, doing what you say you're going to do, and not just having random connections. Welcome back, everyone, to the InvestHER Podcast. I'm Liz Faircloth.
And I am your co-host, Andressa Gadelli. Today, we are talking about the 3 behaviors you can do to really not get a mentor. So if you do those 3 things, it's guaranteed you're not going to get a mentor to support you. So let's break that down, Liz, shall we? We're going to start with lack of clarity is the number 1. Number 2, self-centered. And number 3, it's a way of being as a mentee once you get a mentor. So we're going to share here our experience and why you should pay attention to it today, because having a mentor can get you access and accelerate your growth exponentially. So stay tuned. So Liz, lack of clarity is the first one. What do you mean by it?
Well, lack of clarity, here's the deal. When you ask for a mentor, and you and I sometimes see these posts in our Facebook community, and the post goes something like this: looking for a mentor. I'd even say even worse than that, looking for a mentor to help me. We've seen that post. That's it. Right? So right there, what does that tell you? Right? I mean, you can have a mentor for so many different asset classes, so many different strategies, so many different areas of your business. I don't think every mentor is created equal. So asking that question is like asking, I'm
hungry.
I'm looking for happiness. Tell me how I should get it. I mean, it's so vague. Clarity begins with you. Where are you headed? What is your 5-year vision? Your 3-year goals, your 1-year goals. You don't need to put all this in a post because no one's going to read it, to be honest. But you need to be specific enough with what you're looking for and how you can help, right?
Yeah, I think you also should consider what season you're in, right? You are on your 20s, single, or do you have a family? You just have a newborn or not, or you are retiring in 2, 3, 5 years, or whatever that situation it is. You need to think about what are your needs. Do you need capital? Do you need cash flow? Or do you need a mix of both of them? What exactly do you need from a mentor? And I think one mistake that people make is that they believe there is a single person that will take them from A to Z. And you and I have been in different phases of our lives where we had different mentors that took us from A to B, A to D, or whatever that is. And then as we evolved as individuals, as entrepreneurs, as investors, we needed different types of mentors. The mentors that you and I have now, we did not have them at the beginning. We were not even ready for them, right? And we will have others as we move along. I believe that a lot of investors have this unicorn vision of a mentor that is like, you give me it all. You give me everything that you have. And if you don't take from A to Z, well, you're horrible.
Andressa, how many mentors, if you had to really dissect it, right now, would you say, for the different things that you're, working through, share how many, or just share what works for you in terms of mentorship?
I always had mentors. Looking back, I always had mentors in my entire life, paid, non-paid. I always had people that were ahead of the game, that challenged me, that did not agree with me, that I valued their time. Every time that I had a call with them, I got something out of it. Something moved inside my brain. That's how I live my entire life. So I don't know what it is to do not have somebody that I can really trust, bounce ideas, and really be inspired to do better
You know, it's funny when I think about my mentors and mentorship, I didn't have a lot of mentors when I started. And we've talked about that, where that does cost you when you don't have a mentor, right? Because what's the point? What is the point of a mentor? The whole point is to have an easier road with more access, more speed, with whatever topic we're talking about. But that's the point of a mentor, right? To guide, to direct, to be there. And so when I think about when I have gotten paid mentors, how much it accelerated my business, it's like crazy. Statistically, right? I can go through the numbers of like before and after. But I just say that because I think often we wait and just think we're going to figure it out ourselves. And you can without a mentor. But if you're listening to this, you get that because so many of the women don't have time to waste. So it starts with clarity of where are you headed? Where are you going? And I would actually encourage you from a clarity perspective to do two things. One, tactically, what do you want? Like, what is that specific goal that you're looking for? That particular strategy, that particular business goal that you have, investing goal you have. But underneath that, I'd also get clear for yourself, what mindset gaps do you have? Because again, a mentor can help you and say, listen, this is the secret to investing. Do this, do this, do this. But if you still see yourself as poor, if you still see yourself as not good enough, it doesn't matter what the mentor says. So the clarity comes in both like, what do I want? Like strategically, tactically, but also where are my gaps in my mindset, right? Because it matters.
You got to respect your mentor, right? You don't have to agree with your mentor, but you got to respect your mentor. And I disagree with my mentors a lot of the time, but that doesn't freaking matter. I still did what they asked me to do because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point? And then I realized that my ego sometimes play into that. My inexperience play into that. My stubbornness plays into that. My hormones plays into that. Whatever it is, right? But if you don't really trust that person to really like, I will follow, I will jump 2 hoops to the left and just roll it one time because you ask me to. Stop wasting the time. So clarity, it's super important. And I think that comes with really trusting who you're choosing to be your mentor and vice versa. The second thing is self-centered. I can't take that one. When people say, I am looking for this person is different, right? This person that is self-centered, she or he knows exactly what they want. I need a mentor to help me with X, Y, and Z. Who can help me? Nobody. There's no quality mentors, successful mentors sitting around and saying, wow, let me help Susie that she needs help. Let me spend my time, which is the biggest like asset that I have, to just simply help her for the sake of helping her. And I'm saying this, unless you are doing philanthropy and you're in that phase, the current mentors are not going to do that. So it's very self-centered versus how can we turn this around and really think, what can I bring to the table to help this person? In return, this person will mentor me. And let me tell you one thing that some people did to me several times. And I'm like, you are not connecting the dots. Here's the mistake, a very specific mistake. A brand new person came to me and said, I would like to learn more about flips and rehabs and what I can bring to the table, that I can manage your rehab. I can go to the job site, to the construction site on your behalf and manage it. Honey bunny. As I call my son, honey bunny.
That's cute. That's cute.
You're a liability to me.
Sure.
Right? You do not have the experience. Your eyes aren't trained to manage your projects. So you cannot bring that to the table. Now, if you say to me, Andressa, tell me what are your time issues? listen, I need time to schedule this, and that, and my flights to this, and that, or go to Home Depot, or make this finishes list here for this property. Those are the metrics. I just don't have the time to research and see if there is in stock here, there. Like, it will be super helpful if I have somebody that helps me with that. That would be great. And then when I go to the job site and do the visits, you can come with me. And as we go, you will learn with me there. That's a better approach.
I like that. I think for me, if someone reached out or have reached out and they say, here I'm looking for a mentor, I'm looking for guidance with this. So they're clear there. They check the clarity box. And then they said, yeah, I can certainly add value to you. I think for me, what really and then they list some things. Now I have to then connect the dots. I have to do the work of what do I really need? I really like confident people that are like, here's what I can do for you. I really want to learn what your biggest frustrations are in your current business or your current, XYZ. And I'm confident. I'm damn confident that I can add value and save you time. When do you have time to connect? I don't know if I've always been like this, but lately I'm like, don't waste my time. And also,
can I pick your brain?
Yeah, there's no picking of brains. It's we all pick people's brains, right? I pick people's brains. I have calls into people about a few different things, but it's a relationship. And I'm also adding value to them on some level. So to the selfish part, be clear on what you want. We're not telling you not to be clear. Stake with what, put a stake in the ground of what you're looking for, but then also, be damn confident that you can add value. That would make me really turn my head versus I'm good at organization. Let's see if we can connect at some point. Now, you're not confident enough. You don't have enough of a backbone and you have to be different from people. We're hiring for different things. And there was an email I got from someone. A lot of people, some people, I'm going to read you the emails. I'm looking. It's we should just do that.
We should do that.
We should totally do that. But the email, literally I went through 50. That's a lot. I went through 50 and it was I can add value to the organization. Let me know when you have time to talk. That was one of the emails. I'm not reading that. Then I got an email from someone saying, I love what you are doing. And then they bullet pointed where they can help in subheadings to me. Boom, got my attention. That was 1 out of 50. One person did that out of 50. So I say that because they weren't looking for a mentor. It's more of an application. But regardless, when you're trying to get someone's attention, be different and be clear with what you want and also how you can add value and that you're damn confident that you can add value.
Here's one thing that you can say to somebody and they will turn them down super quickly is, let's grab coffee. Why would I grab coffee? If I were to grab coffee with everybody that asked me to grab coffee, I'll be caffeine, so high caffeine. It would not be even funny. Here's what you can do. I don't have time to grab coffee with people for people to pick my brain. Don't do that. Don't say that. But here is a different approach, right? Andres, I know you like a iced caramel latte. How about if I go and grab that from your local coffee shop, bring it to you, and while you drink that, we can have a conversation. I like that better. I like that much better. And this can sound entitled as you go along.
It's a differentiator. That's the key, is that it's a differentiator. And now you have to be different.
Yeah.
It is. It's necessity.
And I am telling you right now, if you have quote unquote mentors that are looking to grab coffee without having an agenda and can go hours and hours with you, that's not the right person for you. Your mentors have very limited time. They have a very specific agenda about what is the beneficial for both parties. And I'm not saying that I don't have conversations where I'm really pouring into other people. I do. And Liz and I are very committed to pour into the women inside our community. But I'm sorry, Joey, from whatever. I ain't meeting you so you can pick my brain on how you can grow your portfolio whatever that situation might be. There's tons of Joeys out there and it's just mixed up. So what is the point here? Make me like think about, why should I meet this person and how can you facilitate? Be interested on what the mentor is looking to do. Do your homework on the person. I see a lot of people are like, yeah, explain to me how to build a portfolio versus, hey, I'm trying this strategy here and this is my specific roadblock. Because then we know you have done some homework. You are like, you don't need to be freaking motivated, which leads me to the third point here. A way of being of a mentee, right? Let's say you did a great job and you found a mentor that it's aligned with you. You're adding to that person's lives and that person is also adding to your life. It's a really mutual relationship. Here's how it can go south. When your accountability, your motivation as a mentee relies on your mentor. Your mentor's job is not to motivate you, neither to hold you accountable. It's quite the opposite. In certain relationships, I am the mentee, and it's my job to self-motivate and to be on point when I come to conversations and calls or whatever interaction I'm having with my mentor, versus the opposite. I want to make sure they're not going to dump me, right? Versus, well, can you hold me accountable? No mentor is going to say, yeah, I'm here to make sure you did it. No, that ain't their job at all. And if they're saying that it is, you have the wrong mentor. I'm sorry to say that. But a mentor will really like paint the picture to you, is living the life that you want to live, and is really holding the bar super high. And you catch up with that, or you're going to fall apart on your way of being that didn't work up to that point.
Yeah. And I think you can't do any of that if you're not having upfront conversations and clear expectations of this relationship, right? Because that's what it comes down to in any relationship. And so sometimes there's a one-time mentor. You need some insight into new construction or whatever. And it's a very loose mentor relationship. You're getting what you need. You're adding value, but it's a one-time maybe conversation or one-time, opportunity. That's like one, but really what we're talking about is an ongoing, right, relationship. And I think it's really important to establish those expectations. Because they may not have thought about us. They're not like a professional mentor. If it's a paid mentor, then expectations become even more important. And to me, that's where growth happens, because now money's on the table. I got to get my money's back. When I talk to a mentor and I'm paying for it, you sure as hell know I'm going to have an agenda. I'm going to have my action steps. I'm going to do something with that, a result of that call, or it was a waste of everyone's time. Right. So there's different levels, but what I'm saying too is to take action, get clear on your expectations, and then there's always action that needs to get taken. The worst thing you could do in a way of being is like not take any action. The person's not going to want to pour into you. Now you have a lack of integrity, right? Oh yeah, I'll call 3 places, and then you get on a call with them and you touch base, and you're like, you know what? I didn't call those 3 places
because,
and it's like
then it goes to the story.
Correct. And then no one really cares, right? No one really cares about excuses. And I'm not saying life doesn't happen, but if you're going to spend your time and wait, you're going to invest your time and you're going to spend a mentor's time, action and accountability is on you. That's on you to uphold. There's nothing better than someone that I've poured into then gets back to me with, I did this. I was telling a story to Andressa. We, went to a conference this past weekend, and I had 2 women there volunteering on behalf of InvestHER. And one of them was one of our newer Strive mentees. She is one of our meetup leaders. And I said, listen, we're spending so much time together, promoting InvestHER and supporting me. I really want to pour into both of you. Oh yeah, we'll ask you questions at the booth. No, we're not doing that. Not at the booth. We're going to have a breakfast, and you guys both come with one thing you need support with. And for that hour, I'm all yours. Great. They both came with like, I got literally a printout. Oh, I prepared. And let me tell you, and they just both were so prepared.
Written down?
Yeah, written down. I would have helped them regardless if they sat there and said, I don't really know where I need support, but my respect for those ladies, right? Just shot right up. I'm like, these two have not only prepared for this conversation, but has their shit together. And then they took notes on the actions they're going to take. That to me respected my time and my energy. And I just want to keep pouring into them. That impact is what you should be making on a mentor. Whatever you think they're going to expect, like take it to a new level, right?
I think that's what playing the arena means, right? And you need to know your competition, what's going on around here, right? So if you're not prepared, if you don't know who you're meeting, what is the agenda, what is the intention for that time with that person, and what you're going to get out of it, it was just a waste of time. And I think there's a lot of like networking events and networking coffee connections that is just a freaking waste. I can't have it. Like
networking coffee connections is like to totally piss Andressa off. Just ask her to do that.
You could, right? Like, is it just me? It's me. I'm the problem.
It depends. If it's a relationship, like I met some companies that could be great resources for our community and great sponsors of our event. Now, I don't want to lead into, hey, here's all the ways you can spend money with our community. I want to see if this is a mutually beneficial opportunity for both parties. And I'm not meeting for coffee. I'm saying, listen, I would love to schedule some time to understand your business better, share a little bit about InvestHER, and see if there's some mutually beneficial ways we could work together. That's different. So
different than what?
Different than just saying, I want to have a networking connection call. I'm being specific. Yeah. I'm being specific. So, and I know we're not talking about a mentee mentor, but often we use these terms like we like someone understands what we even mean. You got to be specific.
So funny. I just got an email this morning. Somebody that I truly respect, assistant, said, so-and-so asked me to connect with this person, and then that person said, hey, what's your availability? Hold on a second. Like, what is this all about? Who are you? Why do I need to connect with you? Not saying that I don't even know if I can serve you, if I can add to you. I don't even know, like, let's schedule a time. No, let's not schedule a time until we have a common understanding of what the purpose of this connection is and how we can mutually benefit each other here. And if it is just a matter of like me pouring into them or them pouring into me, that's totally fine. But there must be an agreement that both parties are in understanding. I am in several conversations where I am pouring into somebody, but that is an agreement that I have. The worst thing to go is to two people that are meeting and they have completely different agendas. And then at the end of the call, you're like, what did we just talk about? What are the next steps? None. There's no next steps. There's nothing that come out of that. I can't have it. Right. But I'm not saying that. I think I like stimulating conversations. I love talking to founders. I love talking to people that have different stories and different backgrounds, because that is very stimulating to me. And then I can understand their points of view. I can't have vanilla conversations. Vanilla conversations just doesn't fit anymore.
No, I don't know if it ever fit for you, though. I don't know if vanilla conversations ever worked for you. But I was just going to play devil's advocate in the sense that I think as long as you're clear with your expectations, the intention of a call or intention of connecting with a potential mentor is to kind of like learn if this could be a good fit. So there's a level of like relationship building and getting to know people. So we're not trying, I don't think that's what you're saying is to discount that, because that is important.
Initial conversation, you mean?
Yeah. During that initial, you're vetting each other.
Yeah. But you were saying that we're just like deciding if we're going to get married, become a mentee mentor in the first conversation?
No, I meant something that you said a few moments ago about having that really clear agenda and not doing too much chit chat. If you're being intentional about the chit chat is a means to understand someone. And I don't mean random chit chat, like what's the weather, but like getting to know someone. I mean, if you're going to spend time with a mentor, I mean, quite honestly, even if I'm looking for a mentor, I have a shit ton of value to give. Even if I'm looking for a mentor who I'm not paying, quite honestly, I know I can help them. I don't know what, but I know I have that confidence level that I know I can help them. Now they're going to help me, clearly, but I certainly want to see if this is a good fit. If I'm going to, as a mentee, I want to see if it's a good fit.
How do you know that? Because sometimes on paper, everything looks like a good fit, right? But then you go to a call and then there is a discrepancy.
Two things you and I always talk about: capacity and capability. Meaning, do they have the capacity, the time, the energy, the interest to mentor you?
Or is just a favor type of deal?
Or it's a favor. Or just the capacity. I might need a monthly call. That's what I need. And this person's like, I can give you 5 minutes. That's a different, capacity thing. Capability is, do they have the capability, the street cred, the experience that you need and want? Back to focus, right? Back to the first one. And are you willing to, what can you give them? And is it mutually beneficial? So, the capability comes in. If capability before you actually get clear, like you do the first 2 steps, is don't have that conversation if you haven't done the first 2 steps of like what you're willing to give, your lack of your clarity. Cause then it's like anything, then anything goes. When you have conversations with people, you're not clear on what you need. They're not clear on what they need. Anything goes. It's just like, doesn't really matter because neither of us thought about this, but that happens all the time. Not to you, Andressa, because that would make you crazy.
No, I think it did happen in the past.
In the past,
a couple of things, and then I blame the mentor.
Yeah,
right.
True.
Now I'm like, no, that was totally like on me. And I think as we grow and we evolve, we're more aware of our shortcomings, and our mentors have contributed. I just don't want to rely on myself, because to be honest with you, if I knew how to solve my problems on my own, I would have done it already. It is my blind spot. I don't know the solution for the problems that I am trying to solve. And if you're trying to solve something over 6 months, you're not seeing what the real problem is. Otherwise, you have solved that already.
Yeah. Boom. Mic drop. So there's a lot for you to do as a result of today's episode. But here's the deal. It doesn't matter where you are. If you have 100 doors, 1,000 doors, or you have no doors, there's always going to be a need for a mentor, and there's always an opportunity to be a mentee. So number 1, gain that clarity. 2, don't be just self-centered, share with what you need, but also share how you can add value. And number 3, you got to be clear for yourself to have that way of being as a mentee, taking action, doing what you say you're going to do, and not just having random connections.
Don't forget, I like caramel latte.
Americano is mine, just in case.
Awesome. Thank you so much for listening. Let us know what actions are you going to take as a result of this episode. Thanks so much.
Thank you.